It was a big night for Tesla with the unveiling of the Model Y. We're going to take you through the highlights of the event, plus everything that we know about the Model Y so far, plus we're going to check in and see how I did on my predictions, and it doesn't look too great. Stay tuned. Hey guys, Jeff here from Pure Tesla. It was a great event tonight with the unveiling of the Model Y, and the beginning part of the event included a history of all of the vehicles in the Tesla fleet. So before we get to the Model Y, I wanted to give you a quick recap of what happened at the beginning part of the event.
The Model X is like, as a car, it's like a fabricated egg meets a spaceship. It's like... Actually, the Tesla cells, this is what it looks like now. We'll cover the Gobi Desert. We'll get there. It starts with a Y. This is a Y. That's Y. It's a King-ass Model Y. We are bringing sexy back quite literally. All right, thank you.
So let's go through what we know about the Model Y, and this is coming directly from the Tesla order page for the Model Y, which became live as soon as the event ended. It appears that we're going to have some options when it comes to the rear wheel versus the dual motor versions of the vehicle, even at launch. And so you can see from the order page here, you have the rear wheel drive and the dual motor versions available to you, and you have both of them in long range, and under the dual motor you have the performance version. So it does appear that the long range version of the vehicle is the only one that's going to be available for the initial launch, but there is the plan to include the standard range in 2021, which is very exciting. And you're going to see over here on the side that the rear wheel long range vehicle has a 300-mile range to it, which is wonderful. Top speed of 130 miles per hour at a speed of 5.5 in a 0 to 60, which is a great spec. So let's jump down to the dual motor version so we can see how those specs change. You're going to be able to see a 280-mile version with 135 miles per hour at a 4.8 second. That is shockingly close to the sedan Model 3, which is great news as well, because I have the long range dual motor, and the 0 to 60 at 4.5 is just awesome in and of itself. To be able to do that in an SUV or a crossover is great. You're going to also see that then when you bump it up to the performance version, you are going to see a 280-mile estimated range, 150 mile per hour top speed, and also a 3.5 second 0 to 60, which is just stunning. So lots of great things coming from the performance package, including the 20-inch performance wheels, performance brakes, and a higher top speed. So all said and done, we've got a great initial offering from the Model Y. You're going to see ranges in cost from $50,000 for the rear wheel long range version all the way up to $63,000 for the performance dual motor. Now, I feel as if those are great prices considering that this is a larger vehicle and a crossover SUV. For each of the options in the design studio, you will see that production is expected to start at the end of next year. So it doesn't change through each of these different options. The ones that are available for design right now are the ones that will be shipping late next year. So let's jump to the exterior of the vehicle. You don't really have many options when it comes to the exterior. You have your black, your midnight silver metallic, you have your blue, deep blue metallic, you have your pearl white multicoat, and your red multicoat. Those range anywhere from included for the black to $1,500 for the midnight silver metallic, deep blue metallic, the $2,000 pearl white multicoat, and then the $2,500 red multicoat. Each of these options include the aero wheels, the 18-inch aero wheels, which have not received an update. You can see that it's the same aero wheel cap cover. And the performance wheels options, the 19-inch performance sport wheels. On the performance package, those change automatically to 20-inch wheels. So let's jump to the interior of the vehicle and check out what options exist. So we still have our standard black and white vegan leather interior options. You will see that there is a landscape 17-inch screen, and basically what you know to be the Model 3 is the Model Y, at least from the front seats up. It's the same kind of windshield and panoramic roof. You will see in this spec list over here, we'll just run through these real quick. You got your 12-way power adjustable heated seats, 3 independently folding second row seats. Now that's where there's a difference. The rear of the Model 3 is only a 60-40 split, whereas the Model Y now, all 3 seats independently fold, which is really cool. You got premium audio, just as you do in the premium version of the Model 3. Satellite view and maps, same with the Model 3. In-car internet, streaming music and media, internet browser, location-aware automatic garage door opener, LED fog lamps, tinted roof, auto-dimming, power folding, heated side mirrors. Still very much the same here. All the way down to the center console with the 4 USB ports and docking station for 2 smartphones. The only thing that is unique to this list with the Model Y is the 3 independently folding second row seats. Now, if you scroll further down into the options for the interior of the vehicle, you'll be able to see an option to select your interior layout. 5-seat interior is included, but you do have the option to upgrade to a 7-seat interior for $3,000. These are the 2 foldable seats in the rear behind the bench in the back seat that will allow for 2 additional passengers in that rear cargo area. You will note, however, that the 7-seat interior is available in 2021, so it will not be shipping at the end of next year, which will be 2020. When you switch to the Autopilot tab, this might be telling of what's to come on Monday. You will see that Autopilot is available for $3,000, which includes the auto steer and automatic braking and acceleration. When you scroll down a little bit more, you will see the full self-driving capability, and that option is available for $5,000. These include the Navigate on Autopilot, Auto Park, Summon, Recognize and Respond to Traffic Lights and Traffic Signs, and Automatic Driving on City Streets. You will notice that the last 2, which have been notoriously marked as end of 2019 features, do not have that moniker on them. It does not say that they'll be available late 2019 because this vehicle will be out next year, and they fully intend to have shipped those options by the end of this year. Scrolling down a little bit further, you will see that full self-driving obviously requires Autopilot, but they are still saying that it will be a $7,000 upgrade if you take it after delivery. So let's talk payment. No matter which option you chose, you're obviously going to get a different price depending on if you got the rear wheel, the all-wheel, or the performance model, whether or not you chose a different color paint other than black, and also if you chose the 7-seat versus the 5-seat interior. What doesn't change is what would be due today if you ordered right now. There is a fully refundable $2,500 deposit that you need to put down on your new Model Y in order to reserve it. That is different than in years past where you've only had to put $1,000 down on your deposit. This is treating it like a full vehicle purchase as opposed to what the Model 3 was, which was just a reservation. So a little bit different in the way in which they've handled the rollout for the ordering on the Model Y, but I believe it's probably a better system because it seems as if you are actually reserving your vehicle and not just a place in line. All right, let's see how we did on my Model Y predictions. This was the video I did prior to the event. Now, I heard from some of you that Elon had actually tweeted out some of these as kind of spoilers to the Model Y that I just didn't pick up on. So, you know, shamelessly, I'm going to give myself the points for it. But let's run down the list real quick and see how I did. Landscape screen. Nailed that one. It's the same exact screen that the Model 3 has. 0.1 for me. Door handles. Also the same exact ones that the Model 3 has. 2 points for me. That's about where my fun run ends here. 5 seats. Well, I was proven wrong on that one. There is an option to upgrade to a 7-seat interior on the new Model Y. It is not standard. It's an additional $3,000, but there is a 7-seat option, which, you know, I'm glad I got that one wrong because I wanted the 7-seat option as well. No Falcon Wing doors. That's the one that people said Elon had tweeted out that the Model Y was not going to have Falcon Wing doors. Happened to miss that one, but it did indeed not have the Falcon Wing doors, so I'm going to give myself a point for that one. We're at 3. All-wheel drive. It does have all-wheel drive, but I said only all-wheel drive at launch, and it did launch with the rear-wheel drive as well, so no point for me there. So the 300-mile range, this one's kind of up for debate. I did say that it would be starting at above 300 miles, and the one that Elon showed in the demonstration was the 300-mile. That only applies to the long-range rear-wheel drive version of the Model Y. The dual-motor Model Y, that is the long-range version, starts at 280 miles of range, as does the performance version, which is also 280 miles. So I'll give myself a half point for that because it did ship a 300-mile range vehicle, but not all of them were 300 miles. So we're at 3.5. Squared cargo. I don't consider what they shipped a squared cargo space. It's certainly elongated as it kind of needed to be considered a crossover SUV. I'm not going to give myself a point for that one. We're still at 3.5. Power trunk, yeah, I didn't see it. It's not mentioned anywhere, and I think it would have been already. And at that price point, I don't think they could have pulled it off. So I'm going to say that I didn't win that one, and there is no power trunk. But if we get confirmation that there is one, I'll certainly update you in a future video. And then I thought that they would include a tow package. It would be either standard or available for an additional add-on, but no mention of it, nowhere on the site. I'm going to count myself at a loss there. I think I got 3.5 out of 9 points overall on my predictions. Not great, but there are several on here that I'm happy to be wrong about, one of which being the 5-seat versus 7-seat option. I love that there's a 7-seat option. I think that will be a very popular choice for people. So there's lots to be excited about with the new Model Y, and I think part of me is just thrilled that they were able to ship a SUV that is very competitively priced, that's nice and compact, but still has seating for 7. That is something that I am thrilled about. The range of 300 miles for the rear-wheel version is awesome, and the 280 miles, hey, is still great. And I believe that there's probably still room for improvement there, and we might even see that when it ships at the end of next year. The Model 3 is a wonderful vehicle, and if the Model Y lives up to my expectations that I had for the Model 3, I am going to be pleasantly surprised when we receive it. There's so many good things to look forward to with this vehicle with regards to the way in which they are continuing to refine the production of the Model 3, and more we're hearing less and less complaints about delivery imperfections and needs for due bills when the vehicles are delivered. So by the end of next year, when the Model Y does ship, I believe that they're going to be shipping a very quality product that a lot of people are going to be happy with. Of course, more information about the Model Y will be coming out probably at a pretty good pace as more people ask questions from delivery advisors or sales associates or Elon himself. And so as we get that information, I'll be sure to update you as that information comes out. If you've checked out one of my other videos before, you may have come across Tesla Tweets, and that's a semi-regular episode that I do about things that are said on Twitter from either Tesla or Elon regarding Tesla vehicles. So definitely subscribe to the channel, hit notify, so that when one of those episodes comes out, you will be up to date on the recent Twitterings about Tesla. Also, mind you that I recorded this at about 11:30 at night. I wanted to make sure I got the information out there as quickly as I could because I know you guys will be waiting for it. So that's to say that we really haven't unpacked all of this information yet. I'm going off the information from the announcement, plus what was then made available on the website directly following it. So again, information will be coming out more and more over the next few days, and I will try and record as many opportunities as I can to be able to share with you what we're learning and what we're seeing from Tesla regarding the new Model Y. So thanks so much for tuning in. If you have any questions, comments, just suggestions for the channel, always looking forward to talking to you guys. If you have any interest in helping the channel grow, whether it's through new equipment or just more options to be able to try out products and let you guys know what I think about them, head on over to patreon.com/puretesla. There's a link in the show notes, and I would be more than grateful for any level of support that you're willing and able to give. So until next time, I hope you have a wonderful week, and we'll see you at the next video. Take care, guys.